New materials have been refined.
Welcome back to our playthrough of Genesis Alpha 1. This is episode 8 and we'll continue from where we left off. Basically where we're at now, oh, there's a bit of a delay there on loading our information. So we have plenty of storage, we have plenty of deposit space, we have plenty of energy because we just built a reactor, we have plenty of storage space for biomass because we just created a whole heap of clone crew members. We now need a new greenhouse because we can't create any more clones until we've got some air for them to breathe. And we also have a number of planets here that we are yet to explore to find out about these sites detected and what schematics they may have for us. We also, I just need to double check if the
New materials have been refined.
tractor beam is still working how we want it to. Bit of glitch there. It isn't. So we must have exhausted this debris, so we'll start on iron. Iron seems to be very important. Now, the other thing we learnt last episode, which was very handy, was that we need more defences in the refinery and in the hangar area. We also learnt that if we don't go on the ship, then the likelihood of it bringing back aliens is significantly higher. I'm going to create two energy barriers. So I don't really want to send the ship down without me on it anymore, and given that there's two people in the hangar assigned for that purpose and I don't really want to send them on their own at least anymore, I think I'll allocate them to a different area of the ship so that other tasks can be completed faster and that ship to planet related tasks are left in my own hands. That is at least until the refinery has been improved with defences.
Access granted.
So I want to put some more energy barriers.
Interface.
Every time you boot
Here
the
you
game
build
up.
an upgrade.
She doesn't need to tell us that every time I start the game. But fortunately she has a cool sounding voice, so it's not so bad. We have, and it puts me off every time I go into this menu after rebooting the game and hearing her voice. I completely forget what I was doing. That's right, we want to build a greenhouse and we want to put some more energy barriers around the refinery and hangar area and deposit area. So that's where we'll head.
Resources collected.
Now, this is one spot we want to seal off. I think I already sealed off the other side. No? I'm sure I sealed off something down here. Apparently not. It would be way better to seal this side off from here, since aliens do come in via the ship and they do go under the floor as soon as they can. I'd prefer another turret up here. That's really not very useful, this, unless someone's here to shoot the aliens. I have a turret on the other side, but it's in the exact wrong spot, so what we might do is move it. That one will cover that side, and we'll put one covering this side. Okay, that's way better. Make sure you're facing the right way. Okay, that's all the extra defenses we have for now.
Resources collected.
Let's go down and check out one of those sites.
Harvester destination set.
Actually, oh, sorry, let's abort that. And before we do, let's see where we can reallocate our existing staff members. Nowhere really. Okay, so they can just come with us.
Harvester destination set.
Not that they'll do anything, there's only one site and no resources, so they'll just stand around and watch me pretty much.
Resource acquired.
Maybe we might also use this excursion as a test of the new grenade launcher we have. We don't have much ammo for it, and I don't have a lot of resources to build ammo for it. But we can at least test it and see if it's worth wasting resources on. So, when you crashed ships? No, it's probably a crate or a satellite. Just have to find it.
Accessing archives. 20%.
I really love the sound of the voice acting in this. It adds a whole
40%.
level of realism to the game that I appreciate.
60%. 80%.
Okay, let's try our grenade.
Deactivating.
Alright, that's way too hard to aim.
Accessing archives. All phases complete.
Wow, you can really bounce it though. But it's not very aimable. Let's see if we can do it this time. Well, I find that gun to be utterly useless. Perhaps it explodes on impact if you don't miss a shot. Let's just try that. Oh, it does. Okay, so I'm the idiot here. Still, it's pretty bad. It's hardly killing these worms. So I'm going to call that not a very good weapon. We'll abandon this weapon and we won't waste anything on it. A suit upgrade vial increases grenade consuming weapons damage by 5%. They don't seem to be doing much damage anyway, so I don't think that's terribly handy. Let's get out of here. Well, that was a little disappointing, but that's fine. I want to dump the hand cannon, even though it conserves energy. It doesn't allow me to see the motion tracker, so you have to consistently switch out to your other weapon and back again, and that slows things down. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, so I'm going to dump the hand cannon as well. We'll swap out for 2 brand new weapons as a priority. And I noticed, though, we did not bring any aliens back when I went. So I think what happens is your ship crew don't really take out the aliens very well and they come back with the ship. Well, there's at least a greater likelihood of it at the very least. So we probably need less defences in the hangar if I continually go down to the surface and more defences elsewhere. Alright, let's remove that from the rack, add that to the rack. We don't have enough sulfur to build the X-ray caster. The iron thrower sucked, and the machine gun does not suck. So,
access granted.
laser rifle, and wait on, and machine gun. Yeah, laser rifle and machine gun. They're my 2 favourites so far. But we do need to work out how to make machine gun ammunition, which I'm assuming has to be heavy caliber, and it requires iridium, so we'll use this gun sparingly until we have some iridium. Let's see if there's any in the sector. Iridium. There's no iridium in this sector. Okay. Oh, there's an actual plant. KOH is the atmosphere it creates. I'm not sure what clone we can make with that, but I think our next step is to find out.
Harvester destination set.
9, 8, 7, 6, access granted. 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Launch sequence activated.
Let's cross our fingers that we get something really good this time. So far, everything we've picked up as far as schematics go hasn't been something we've been able to use too much, apart from the machine gun. Wow, this is a cool looking planet. Very cool. Okay, let's see if we can find this schematic. This planet's eerie.
Accessing archives.
What's this? Ammunition, shells.
20%.
Well, that was...
40%.
Did that give us more ammunition for our... It did give us more
60%.
ammunition. So heavy caliber now confirmed to be the ammunition for the
80%.
machine gun.
All phases complete.
What do we get? Cantina?
New transmission arrived.
A new shipbuilding blueprint. Cantina. Well, let's hope that that's close. Now, there are still some resources on this planet, if I remember rightly. 4 uranium ore. It's way better being able to see your motion tracker all the time. These resources. Harvester full. Damn, I'm pretty sure we were like 1 resource away from completing the area. Oh well, we have to come back.
Life form 10, 9,
Launch
8,
sequence activated.
7, 5,
Yeah, 1.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It'd be interesting to see if that alien that I just didn't shoot comes back with us. Possibly stored in a stowaway in one of these? I guess we'll find out. Oh, we can finally build a decontamination A. I'm very interested to find out what this does. Okay, so it is basically a corridor substitute, which is a little late for the earlier parts of our ship, but I think from now on we might start building all corridors with this in between them, even though it uses a fair bit of iron to build it. I'd like to know if you could destroy a corridor and replace it with this, and if it would amend the whole schematic. Like if I were to destroy... Yeah, there's nothing I really want to destroy and risk it maybe in another playthrough or something, but for now we know that it is definitely just another corridor, and it can't... I don't think it can be built to replace another corridor. Out of interest though, let's see. No, you can't replace an existing corridor with it. We do need another greenhouse though, and it has become time to build that. I want to build this. I don't really want to build it near the hangar. We've got more defences in the clone lab. It's going to take 5 iron. I would like to build one of these decontamination areas. Yeah, I will actually. I'll build a decontamination area before the next greenhouse. That means we probably can't build the greenhouse. Oh no, we still can. Oh no, we have plenty. Alright, excellent. Or is it? I don't understand. What is going on here? So it's a dead end? What's the point of that? What is the point of a dead end? I don't understand why you would build a dead end unless it's to run to if you're getting chased. I have no idea. That just seems very strange. Unless aliens are stupid and they'll just walk into it. I don't know. Well, that has me very confused. Doesn't matter. Or is that the range that we can take our ship? I'm totally confused about what that's meant to be for. But there's our greenhouse anyway. And we should actually have some crew members that we can assign to it straight away. So, this is the decontamination module. Unless this is if you get sick. Maybe it says something about it in the tutorial. Unfortunately, the tutorial is still very difficult to use with a mouse and keyboard. Nothing that I can see. What about in the building area? Damages hostile creatures when they pass through. But why would they pass through if it's a dead end? I don't know. That is very confusing to me. I guess we'll have to see what happens in practice with it. For now, let's allocate a crew member to the new greenhouse, and we'll take one of the guys from the hangar. Alright, Schwartz, you can come here. Even though, yeah, we'll leave it one person in the hangar. We'll leave all 3 in the refinery. And we'll also, we should have plants we can put in here.
Processing.
Hello, Schwartz. Building this greenhouse will also enable us to clone some more crew. And even if we don't have the workstations for the crew, I still think it's a good idea to have them roaming around because they do offer some form of rudimentary defense. Even if they complain that they weren't trained for this, which they do. Not sure how long this planting is going to take. I want to get the other plant building before I leave. Not sure why it says caps for preparation when you can't do anything. You can speed it up once the preparing process alert is gone. Come on. Well, let's have a look at what the greenhouse looks like from the outside. I really do love this game, but one thing I wish it had was a cooler looking ship. This ship is pretty uninspiring to look at. Even despite the fact that it's messy, it's not the coolest of starships. Okay. Now we'll plant another plant. I thought that was the one we just planted. Wasn't. It was the fern, apparently. Okay, so now we will have... We should already have a plant. Excellent. Now, what we want to do is clone some more crew. What is that one? We can clone an arachnoid? Good for engineers. All right, let's no, we can't research it. We don't have enough biomass, and we don't have the biosphere for this fella because we need HCI, which is currently should be okay now. I thought we were already working on the biosphere for that. Yeah, Glubra. Oh no, KOH1 as opposed to HCI. Different atmosphere. All right.
Cloning initiated.
Another human will have to do. Even though they're not highly advanced clones, I'm guessing the more the merrier anyway.
New clone arrived.
Hello, Felon. Felon. Nope, I don't like your name, Felon. We're going to call you John. Alright, John. Let's allocate John to... Maybe we'll allocate John to the hangar. Just for now. Because I think we might need some more... I think we might need just some more defense in the hangar.
Job assigned.
And we should check out whether or not our tractor beam has exhausted the current debris, which it has. So we're almost exhausted of this sector. By the time that is done, we should have been able to do both of these planets. So for now, it's just a case of getting down to the planets and stripping them of their resources before the people that live there
Harvester
stop us.
destination set.
9,
Launch
8,
sequence activated.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Resource
2,
acquired.
1, 0.
Launch sequence activated.
John has something to say. What you got to say, John? Yeah. Right. All basic stuff. Thanks, John, for your useless information. I thought the humans had higher intelligence. John is not displaying it. I think that's it for this location. Yep. Okay, short and sweet. We're out of here.
10, 9,
Launch
8,
sequence activated.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So the robot should come in and take that. Actually, we wanted another robot, didn't we? Let's see if we have the resources to make that extra robot to speed this process along. Where's the workshop? No, getting confused, forgetting where I'm going. It's in here.
Resource.
Robots. Can we create one? Yes, we can.
Resources collected.
So that should be 4 robots, I think, that we'll have. Let's speed that along, since there's no one else working in here. There we go. So I think we now have 4 robots, which one more... Actually, not sure if we can check how many robots we have. But let's have a look. Robots... Robots. Nope.
Resource acquired.
Our weaponry is taking care of all the aliens appearing in here. So we have
New
one more planet to
materials have
strip,
been refined.
and then we're going to leave.
Resource harvester destination set.
9,
Launch
8,
sequence activated.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Launch sequence activated.
Now there's sulfur on this planet, and we need sulfur for something. Right now I can't quite recall what that was. Oh, that's right, it was to research that new alien. I think it was to research the arachnoid alien. So I might prioritise the sulfur here first and see if that's something we can do. Sulfur, anyone? Still no way, as far as I'm aware, for increasing the capacity of your ship. It may be that you just can't do that. Did you guys leave any biomass? Yes, you did. Alright.
10, 9, 8, 7.
So there's still 6 items here, so we'll need 2 trips to get it all.
2,
Oh, I didn't see that.
0.
Damn. So while that's being unloaded, let's go and check out whether or not the clone lab research can be done now. Arachnoid. No, it's biomass. Or was it alien abilities?
Resource acquired.
I thought it was something... I must be completely wrong. What did we require sulfur for then, if it wasn't that? Maybe we have a look in something in the workshop. More turrets. Oh, that was it. The X-ray caster.
Resources.
So we need 5 sulfur. We didn't get enough sulfur just then for that anyway. We definitely want... I missed that message. Crew healed. It was probably a message about keeping your crew alive.
New materials have been refined. Harvester destination set.
9, launch, 8,
So we will have enough sulfur to research the X-ray caster after this trip.
Resource acquired.
Assuming we pick up all sulfur this trip.
Sequence activate.
And I want to do that because I would like to check out this weapon. We've had the schematic for it since almost the start of the game, but no ability to build it. And it sounds like it kicks ass. The X-ray caster. No, sulfur first. Our crew gasp a lot. I think they wouldn't be surprised by this time. One more iron ore and we can get out of here. They're having a dance party over there. Alright. Unfortunately, we always seem to have to come back for that one last straggler of an item.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So let's see how many robots we have, since we don't seem to be able to count them. There's 1. Okay, 1.
New materials have been
2,
refined.
3. We have at least 4. And that would be the 4th.
Resources collected.
Really sure. Yeah, we must only have 4. We need 1 more to speed this process along. That's alright. Either way, it's still much faster than it was, and we can go and we can finish this
Harvester
planet off
destination
and get
set.
out of here.
8,
Sequence activate.
7,
New
6,
materials have
5,
been refined.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What I remembered before I finish up with this episode, I want to go to the bridge as well and take a look where this cantina ship schematic is. If it's close and we can get a new ship. Not sure how that works though, after all this construction. Why would you build a new ship unless it's converts the ship you already have into something? Oh, not see them. Alright, let's go.
10, 9,
Launch
8,
sequence activate.
What do you have to say?
6, access granted. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Both of them have
1,
exclamation marks.
0.
Did they just constantly hassle you with useless information? Okay. Well, their exclamation marks gone now. They had something to say in the ship, but not anymore.
Resource
Okay, fine.
acquired.
So okay, now we have enough sulfur collected. If it's been refined, we should be able to put some research into our X-ray caster. So yeah, just waiting for the refining
materials have been
of the
refined.
sulfur to happen.
Resource being
We can probably help speed along, even though there are 3 crew members there. I think nothing ever goes as
resources
fast
collected.
as it can when you're also in the same room. Could be wrong about that, but... Oh, actually, what we can do is put a priority on the refining of the sulfur. So there's 4, and we need 4.
New materials have been refined.
Well, let's not just waste time here while they're working on that. We'll have a look at the bridge and find out how close the ship's schematic is. Nothing is showing. Site location, Cantina. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, because it's way, way away. Yeah, we're not going to get to that for a while. So we've got a lot of items. I wish you could multi-select things, but we have a lot of sites to explore in the northern
New
part of
materials have
the
been
map.
refined.
I'm pretty sure when I first was looking at this game being demonstrated, you could select everything and it would show you where everything was. But for some reason, now you can only select one thing at a time. So, but we're nowhere near that ship, so we are probably going to have to head to one of these other sectors now. We'll just make sure that we have everything that the tractor beam was bringing in and do that. We're good to go.
New materials have been refined.
So we will do that now. We're probably going to have to go in this direction. So let's do this sector first,
Warning.
and then move upwards after we finish that sector. Fortunately, they're all low danger areas here, so we don't have to worry too much just yet. We're not getting into the action just yet. Oh, this is where we've already been. See, that's the problem with when you're on the bridge and it says there's no differentiation between what's been explored and what's been scanned. What it should say is when a sector has been explored fully, as in you have all the resources, it should say explored, and until then it should say scanned. Unfortunately, that ends up costing us time, so I think we came from there, so we'll go up here this time.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
Otherwise, I think the only other way to test whether or not you've been somewhere is to click on all of these resources and see if an exclamation mark appears in the sector you're planning on flying to, which is a real pain in the ass. If you could select them all, that would be great.
New materials have been refined.
But since you can't, that just makes it highly annoying. Left mouse button, select travel destination, show explored system. Oh, hold on. There you go. I didn't even know about that. So I take that back. This system works fine because you left mouse click on the sector and you can see before you go there what's there and what isn't. You right mouse button to go back out. Oh, gee, I can't believe I've been playing the game up to this point without realising that. Alright, that is great information to know. That will help us prioritise what sectors we go to rather than leaping in blindly, which is what we've been doing up to this point. Brilliant. Every episode we learn something new that will make playing this game all that much faster and more efficient in the future. And speaking of more efficient in the future, maybe a better weapon if we're lucky and we've processed the sulfur. We have, so we can research this now and find out if this is the best weapon that we've found yet.
Weapon out.
Access granted.
I think we have to add it to the weapon rack.
Access
Resource
granted.
acquired.
We'll swap it for our pulse rifle for now. I don't want to shoot it in the ship because you can damage your ship.
New materials have
So
been
I
refined.
don't know if you can damage your ship with this weapon, but I don't want to test that out. I think we'll test this in the next episode when we go down to one of the new planets that we're in orbit around now. So thanks for watching this episode, and I'll catch you guys in episode 9.